the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania. We're the no bullshit approach to all financial markets, including political betting, Bitcoin and cryptos, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. Today on Market Mania, we pull out Tony's bag again. CCIV update. We know you guys need that. Apple and Kia on the outs. Doge flying, but it probably didn't miss your radar today. Tesla apes in 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. Plans to accept it as payment. It's ape season, Brett Ritchie. What the hell happened here? The one you've all been waiting for.
I would say it's one of the maybe worst kept secrets. I saw a lot of people, there were a lot of rumors, I guess, from pretty in the know crypto people saying Tesla was buying Bitcoin. I don't think this is a surprise, but I think it's good to see if you're a Tesla shareholder or Bitcoin holder. Both are going up. The market likes it. I think it was inevitable. Matt, how do you see this?
I think there was a big clue when what's his name, Elon put the Bitcoin moniker on his Twitter handle. So or in his bio, we should have known something was up. It was pretty obvious, but he was trolling about that other meme with Dogecoin every day. So who knows? Who knew? Nobody knew if he was just trolling or Tesla was getting serious. Well, now we know Tesla was getting serious. 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. Plus, I think what's even more important long term is that they're going to start accepting Bitcoin for payments for cars, for their Tesla cars. So, I mean, that's just huge.
I don't know if payments is this big because people don't like getting rid of their Bitcoin because it keeps going up.
It's the idea of being able to accept Bitcoin because there's a lot of people that might want to buy a Tesla that don't want to sell their Bitcoin because they might have to pay taxes on it.
That's a good point.
Directly from overseas right into Tesla. Who knows?
Whole bunch of shit going on here. There was the thing way back in the day where you used to be able to buy a Tesla for hundreds of Bitcoins. I don't exactly remember when that happened or when that stopped or I don't know if it was a dealer or I don't remember, but now it's back big time. If you followed Alex Weiss's Twitter, he's the guy that created Ape Season, ApeSCZN.com, to get these hats. And so he had been touting this for a long time. It's hard to follow if you're just getting in now, but if you looked at that guy's Twitter feed, he was giving this one away for weeks and weeks and weeks, expecting it, and obviously so is everybody else. I mean, guy puts the hashtag in his Twitter profile, deletes everything else. I mean, what the hell? Like, obviously, you would assume, but I agree with you guys in that you really didn't know where his head was at, because then he was all of a sudden pumping Doge right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, you got some Giga Chad out there, richest guy in the world now, firing at this. I mean, wow.
I love it.
Did you follow this, Brett? All of the celebrities tweeting Dogecoin? Yeah,
so I don't have any Doge. It's something I cheer for. I mean, I touted it on the show a while ago. I like Doge because it doesn't pretend. It's just a joke meme coin, and so a lot of people even say it's the second best crypto behind Bitcoin because it doesn't pretend to do anything. Like there's a lot of vaporware. I'm not. I said some people. I didn't say I believe that. All right, as well as anybody else. There's so much vaporware in this space, right? So Doge is just like a fun meme. Fuck the rest of these assholes pretending to be like these advanced PhDs when it's really just a Ponzi or something. So Doge, I like it. I wouldn't go crazy. It's at like a $10 billion market cap right now. But that low unit price, people like it. They're like, oh, it's only 8 cents.
Imagine how much Doge would go up if Trump got on board and told his cold filing to buy it. Wow. That thing
he's been excommunicated. I don't even know where he's speaking to his people anymore.
This is a ton of storylines here that I've watched for damn near a decade, where the first Litecoin copied the Bitcoin thing and then said, okay, here's another coin. And then Dogecoin came on a little bit later than that. And I mean, this one was so laughable from the start that it's a copy of a copy. I think it's a copy of Litecoin. I'll have to do my research to actually see where Dogecoin. I think it was script mining. It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure.
None of it matters. None of it matters at all. There's some strange movement. I see Gene Simmons tweeting. I see Snoop Dogg tweeting. And of course, Elon just couldn't help during the Super Bowl to just LOL Dogecoin on his massive channel. And I mean, it's a little irresponsible. Borderline irresponsible. And,
don't agree at all. Totally disagree. Why is it? It's okay for all the people that are most upset about it are the people that were just relentlessly shilling Bitcoin all this time. Bitcoin goes up. No one's saying that's irresponsible. People shill Doge. Doge goes up, and that's so irresponsible.
Apple stock goes up. No one says that's irresponsible.
Brett, is this like the common man's coin compared to Bitcoin? Like this is the common man's
it's got something in common with
full
GameStop.
Disclosure. I have some Dogecoin somewhere in the couch cushions that I've been digging out the last couple of days. And just from a long time ago, I think somebody sent me 1 million Dogecoins as a joke over Twitter like 5-7 years ago or something. And I mean, there is so much here that is dangerous in terms of you have an almost unaudited chain for like years. And there's not too much active development on Doge that actually I haven't even dug in a while. Tony, they're pumping Doge. Gene Simmons says he's in 100K or something. Snoop Dogg is somehow all about it. Snoop Dogg.
Crazy.
You can see the memes easy there.
I got people I haven't talked to in a long time, over a decade, hitting me up asking me about Doge. So, it's in a bubble when that starts happening. But the good thing is it gets people interested in crypto. They're starting to open Coinbase accounts. They're starting to get into other things. So when they ask me about Doge, I let them know it is a joke coin, literally. But maybe think about some Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, things like that. So
Solana, I think, needs to be in the discussion. The FTT needs to be in that discussion now. It seems like it's Serum. There's a few others.
Doge deserves to be in that discussion too. That's all I'm saying. It's a worthy coin.
All right. I'll quit telling them not to, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to point you guys to this here. We were talking a little bit last week about how Kia, the Hyundai subsidiary Kia, was talking to Apple about creating an Apple car. Well, it came out today. Hyundai says, we have not been talking to Apple. We're not going to make cars for them. I think they're a little afraid of getting stuck into contracts for like stuff that like Foxconn is stuck in. They just are forced to continue to produce for Apple. Kind of the tail that wags the dog for them. So the interesting thing, though, was that right before the news came out that they were not going to be working with Apple, it says here 11 executives at Hyundai Motor sold stock right before the disclosure that they weren't going to be working with them. And so it gapped down here a little bit after that news. And so some people got rich on the news, but not you.
I'm curious, like how long ahead of that, what the details were, because it looks bad, but it might not necessarily be bad. But I never understand if you're already an executive at Hyundai, you're a wealthy person. So I never understand when they push the envelope to get more rich at the expense of the shareholders by like trying to dump ahead of bad news or something. You've already made it, right? You're good. You're basically set for life financially, or at least if you can keep working in that position. So I really dislike it when people get greedy in those spots and really push the envelope.
Glance knows, though. You have to look under the hood here. You have to see if it's some regular stock selling program. You have to see if it's 1% of holdings that they dump quarterly or something, or see if they aped out 40% randomly there. Then that's probably the one that you need to be pissed about.
Yeah, there's many explanations that can be before we get into conspiracy stuff.
For sure. And there's so many opportunities in the self-driving space. We don't need to go on rumors here. So I'll get out of the way, but just wanted to run this under your nose.
Thanks for that, Tony. Always fun when companies stop talking right after the price runs up. And kids out there, if you're just jumping in the stock market last couple months here during the frenzy or during the pandemic last year or so, you have to realize that this is a cutthroat, crazy game here. It's not, a lot of things aren't like what it seems. When everybody's pumping, you need to be researching and figuring out why. It's lots of pitfalls. Matt, I have in my Menchies everybody asking for a CCIV update. So I know your Menchies have to be even tripled with people asking.
Well, when we first started talking about CCIV on the show, it wasn't really a meme stock or a Reddit stock. I don't even know what to say. It was just just a merger candidate SPAC kind of deal, just like every other SPAC. But now it's one of the most widely held stocks in all of Robinhood. It's on the Reddits, the Twitter. If you search $ CCIV on Twitter and look at the latest, it's every minute there's someone tweeting about it. So it's a very popular, I guess, meme stock you would call it now. So anyway, stock's down $1 today, but it's still 33.5. So way, way higher than where we bought it. I'm now out of half of the positions, sold 25% on Friday, sold another 25% today. It just seems a lot more risk than reward, at least at this level. So it's just prudent to get out, at least from my perspective, to get out for like half. Still holding half, still like it for to go higher when the deal gets announced, hopefully in the next week. But I just wanted to mention to everyone, it's great to take profits at some point, and the risk reward is much higher now because, like we keep saying, if the deal gets nixed, there's no deal, that stock's going back into the low teens or like 12 or 11. So that's a far away from 33. But also a couple position updates. So on Friday, we talked about the vagina stock, VGAC. I like to call the vagina stock. It's just cool for the symbol, VGAC. It's a SPAC that merged with 23andMe on, I think they announced it on Thursday or Wednesday. It is the biggest piece of shit paper in the market. The stock is worth nothing. I mean, they just don't make money. They laid off people last year, but these SPACs, it's a Richard Branson SPAC, and he's promoting it. I shorted it. That was the pick of the day on Friday to short it at 17. It's now 15.5. Already down 10%. I think that's going to be below 12 in a couple weeks. So I wouldn't be long that one, even though that's a popular stock also. And then aped in a little bit in SFT today. And I think Tony, the producer, got on that one around $9. That is a Carvana kind of used car buyer and seller online. They have earnings Thursday, so like that one. And then OCGN also got in that one today. That one's up 175% today. I bought it, I think 13.20. It's now 14.30, but it's a vaccine stock. And if the news just came out today, and it looks like if that news goes mainstream tomorrow morning, that's going to be the headlines tomorrow morning with this vaccine. That stock could really, really move tomorrow. I mean, it's already up.
What was
this
it?
Is a great
like
chart.
February 1st. What price was it? Like $1?
This is a great chart. This is biotech 101 right here, boys. Like this is how biotech stocks look when they work out, and when they don't work out, they just sort of trend down forever. And when they do hit, which there's no, I mean, you could find yourself hundreds of 100 to 400 million cap biotech stocks out on the NASDAQ there. There are tons of them. Everybody's going after cancer cures. Obviously, vaccine is hot right now. And then these are huge craps roll gamble plays. These are very big long shots.
So those are a good gamble if you're really looking to if you're like, I don't care if I lose, but I just want to try and hit it big. Right. Just try and hit one of these.
You have to hold for years. FDA approvals take years and years and years. Like sometimes
options on these would be pretty crazy. They're probably expensive, maybe because of the volatility or variance.
I like if you're going to play biotechs, I always like shares. The more and more I trade, the more and more I just like shares versus options. Just because your position, if your holding position is until they cure cancer, then you don't know when that's going to be. Might as well just hold
Biden
the shares, sock them away.
He was going to do it, so it's going to be in the next 4 years sometime.
This one is not a short squeeze, guys. Everyone's used to short squeezes over the last month or so. This is just a regular old biotech stock that hit it big with a vaccine, and now we'll see where it goes. I think tomorrow it's going to be a much different place. It'll be either be in the 20s or in the single digits. So
if you're learning about stock market, read about this, and we probably don't have a lot of AOC follower crossover here, but if you believe in value being created, this is a great example. If you make a vaccine that is super useful and helps humanity, tons of people want it, you have created value. The stock goes up because you have made something out of nothing. It wasn't there yesterday. You made it 4 years ago, and now you made it. You've created value. That's an important lesson to learn. Just if you want to walk around the world and understand
fundamentals. That's crazy. Had a question from the mailbag. Someone was asking about what do you think of poker player Jason Less being announced as CEO of Riot Blockchain? We've talked a little bit about Riot on this show. And I met Jason Less a few years ago, actually, at a very interesting project. We were filming Doug Polk, Jason, and a couple other guys were playing poker against a poker AI called Cloudico at the time. That was version 1. They ended up winning. In version 2, I think it was Libertas or something like that, came back and won the next year. So that was real fascinating to watch Jason work. He's a real sharp guy. And this tweet just came out today. He says he's incredibly grateful to share that he's the CEO of Riot Blockchain. So maybe some good things coming for Riot here.
Yeah,
we've had a few different opinions on Riot.
Well, I've shorted
really
it.
Smart guy, really conservative, smart guy. One guy you'd want to trust with your company. So it makes sense that he's CEO. He's from the crew of Doug Polk, Jason Moe back in the day in poker. A lot of you guys know about those guys. Maybe we'll have a couple of those guys on the show this week. I'll get Doug to come on tomorrow. And maybe we'll work on Jason Moe later this week too. But yeah, that crew's always been really successful. Whatever they jump in, and they're all in crypto now. So it seems like a place.
What was his username? Did he have a username back in the day that I would know?
Hey, it's cheat. I believe was his username. He was like a little past your time, I believe, Mike Con. I think he kind of took off post Black Friday. But I'm not 100% sure. What I am 100% sure about is I used to recommend shorting this thing. I'm not doing the shorts anymore after with the GameStop. At least I'm taking a break from that. I always like to support fellow poker players. So this is good. The market seems to like Jason being announced as CEO.
No, that's the price pump. That's the 13% Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, whatever. We'll give him some credit anyway. Good job, Jason. And I will not be shorting Riot Blockchain on your watch. Recommending it.
It seemed like a joke company 4 or 5 years ago, 3-4 years ago. I mean, but to be fair, I haven't taken a look under the hood in a while. And yeah, I mean the Doug Polk Cunty Cakes kind of group there. Like anybody coming out of that, I would generally think is got a good shot here.
Okay, on tomorrow's show, we're gonna have Doug Polk on, and I'll go over a story about Riot Blockchain with Doug. A funny story that you guys will really appreciate tomorrow.
Funny story coming tomorrow on Market Mania. Riot Blockchain focused.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
No, you. It's all you, Tony. You put this all together.
That's right. Shut up. So we had one more question from Mailbag. Zaylag220 asks, Baby F, you still holding?
No, so I got out of that one around 320. I don't even know where is it now. 350. Okay, hasn't done much. It's a great long-term hold. That's the Israeli company that does baby food, vegetarian baby food. So no preservatives, no meats, all that stuff. That's a company for the future, and I love the Israeli technology. So
you told us to throw it in the long-term bag and forget about it for 20 years.
I did have it in the long-term bag, and then it just kind of hung out, so I got rid of it. But so it's like 25 cents higher. I don't really feel like getting back in, but if it ever dips, I might get back in. It's a good one for the long term.
I believe I have that. I have so many tickers now in the long-term bag. I believe I'm holding that stock, some small amount of it. Thank you, Tony.
Like $2 or something.
I think when we talked about it here shortly after or something, I think I finally took a look under the hood, and that type of hippie shit is going to be super, super huge, super big. So many concerned with no GMOs, even though they're not that bad. And yeah, it's great. I could see it taking off. Huge reviews on Amazon, by the way, too. Like just huge reviews. So close up Tony's sack right there. I think that's done for the day. And it is time to go. Safety glasses on. Love the ape season hat, but have to retire it just for a moment here. And grab the do your own research, not investment advice cap for the Market Mania pick of the day. We help you try to stack them to the top, despite the fact that this is not investment advice, and you do have to DYOR. Matt Glantz, pick of the day.
SFT, Switch Technologies. It's like the Carvana type used cars sales online. They have earnings on Thursday. I think they're going to crush it. Damn, it's $9.60 now. At the beginning, right before the show started, I had Tony, the producer, buy it at like $9.11. So it's already up 50 cents during the show. But I really like this one for Thursday's earnings.
9/11, never forget. Thank you for that pick. And Brett Ritchie, what is your pick of the day?
I'm rolling with Neo, the Chinese Tesla. I think with Tesla pumping, I figure some of that money may find its way into some other EV stocks, and can probably do worse than this. So I like Neo, $59.
$59 Neo long call, and I am going to go with, I believe, MVIS. MVIS got a little LiDAR. Chart looks amazing. Looks like all the wise guys know something's coming there. So why not tail them up? $2 billion LiDAR company. You got to love it for autonomous vehicles, both civilian and government. You just assume that stuff's going to be everywhere pretty soon. So there's mine. Now, thank you very much. That's it. Sealed up. Do another deal there. Thank you very much for listening to Market Mania on Monday, February 8th. I think today we need to go to Bonnie Taylor and Total Eclipse of the Heart to give you a little something to get you through the rest of your lunch hour and on through to the evening. Goes something like this. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. We're living in a powder keg and giving off sparks. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Like and subscribe to this show right here on YouTube, and follow us on both Twitter and TikTok at Market Mania Show. We'll see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it's lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard that the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury of how we're turning, where I would turn in. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine it look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind, was afraid of the time. Strobe lights like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about tonight? My interview's tight now.